Just actually opened for John Cleese, so that's really exciting. Everyone, bring it up. Give it up for Brittany Hunter.
Hello, everybody. I am so honored to be here tonight for such an awesome fundraiser. I am also a survivor. No, not of cancer, sorry, no. I'm currently surviving my brother trying to steal my attention with his terminal cancer diagnosis. Look, I get it. I realize this has been really hard on his wife and his 4 young children. I get it. But I think people need to stop and realize that this has been especially hard on me. Okay? You see, my brother and I, we are both stand-up comedians, and we're both very competitive. And now he has access to a bunch of cancer jokes that I can't make. It's bad enough that chemo's making him much skinnier than I am. But I feel like I actually have the time left to make my comedy dreams come true. So this whole illness thing just feels really selfish. I used that bit in a bar full of people a couple weeks ago and the room got silent, right? This lady in the back does like an, oh my God. So I said, look guys, it was my brother's dying wish for you guys to laugh at that joke. He told me, he goes, just imagining the laughter gives me the strength to hold on and fight for one more day. But you didn't laugh. No, you took the high road, didn't ya? And you just killed my brother. We feel really good about that. Cancer. So when my brother got it, I told him, like, you know what? I flew out to Utah, maybe that's where I'm from, and I'm like, it should have been me. It should have been me. He said, sister, don't you dare say that. You know, we all have our obstacles to face, and I would rather die of cancer 1,000,000 times than have to spend one day being as mentally unstable as you. Do you know how bad your neuroses has to be for your brother to pick death over the prospect of having to be you for one day? Bad enough for me to consider suicide just to one-up him, you know? Just to one-up him. I'll fucking do it, bro. I'll go first. I don't fucking care. I've done worse things for attention, you know? And that funeral would be lit. There is only one thing sadder than a cancer death. Suicide. Good luck following that act, asshole, you know? I'm kidding. When I told him that it should have been me, he looked at me and he said, yeah. It should have been. I've got a wife, a career, and kids. What have you done with your life? That's fair, actually. I'm going to give him help. So we come from a big Mormon family. I have 10 siblings, and to say we are dysfunctional would be a vast understatement. But you know, one thing I love about my family is that when shit happens, we come together and we make everything work. And as I'm sure a lot of people know, cancer is very expensive. So the first thing we did as a family was get together and find out how we could milk this for all it's worth and get as much free shit as humanly possible, you know? Because that is the best part of cancer. Everyone wants to give you stuff for free. My sister and brother haven't had to buy their kids Christmas presents since he got that diagnosis. And true, most of the gifts are from pharmaceutical companies and cancer hospitals. But what kid doesn't want a St. Jude's Frisbee with the picture of a dying child on it, you know? You know, little Timmy wishes he could get outside more. And every time we throw that Frisbee, I like to imagine the wind blowing through his hair. Well, no, I guess that doesn't work, does it? You get the point. So my sister-in-law, we've always loved her, she's a saint, but she really just grew in our hearts when she started finally using my brother's cancer to her own benefit. That's what we're about in my family. So there's this real bougie gym next to their house that my brother never let her join. It's too expensive, but you know, she's going through a lot, she needs a distraction. So they go sign up, they're talking to the gym guy, and he says, listen, we're gonna put this under, you know, my brother's name, and everyone else in the family is just gonna be added. But just so you know, this is an ironclad contract. You are in this for 5 years. So my sister-in-law looks at him, she goes, one question. What happens if he's not around in 5 years? Do we get out of the contract? This woman, in the middle of her grief, took down the gym membership industrial complex. Because what are you gonna say to that? You have to realize my brother looks in perfect health. He hasn't started chemo yet. So this guy's just thinking my sister-in-law is planning to kill my brother at some point. But either way, she's gonna get out of that contract. So we're pretty proud of that. So I realized that 5 seconds after you get cancer, your GoFundMe page goes up and we've got the cancer hashtags. You know these cancer hashtags? I don't hate anything more than I hate cancer hashtags. These are worse than wedding hashtags because they just show a real lack of creativity. My brother, his hashtag is life wins. Okay, that's fine. But we have another friend with cancer and she has asked her friends and her support system to use the hashtag Angela's Angels. Don't you think that's setting her up for failure? This lady's trying to beat cancer. Should we maybe not use words associated with the afterlife? Feels a little dark, you know. Nobody's using the hashtag Fun Brenda's Trip to Heaven. My family has been dealing with cancer, unfortunately, for a long time. My nephew is 20 now, but when he was 7, he had stage 4 rhabdomyosarcoma. I say the whole name so you know I'm not making this up, because nobody's going to make up that name, right? So childhood cancer is devastating. I don't know how many of you have had to witness that. And with my nephew, it was just awful because he was just such a whiny little bitch, you know? This kid got everything. He got a free trip to Disney. He didn't even die, all right? They didn't even give my brother a free trip to Disney. No, they gave him a wheelchair and permission to cut the line after he paid his whole life savings on a one-day pass. I was raised by an emotional terrorist for a mother. I didn't get a free trip to Disney. You know what I got? You know what I got? Anorexia and a personality disorder. They don't make chemo for that. All right, guys, shout out to my brother